morning, guys. I am just so like because I'm getting a new tattoo today and it's a big commitment tattoo. I have had tattoos, but I don't think that's a big commitment. This one is a big commitment one. It's going to be so pretty. It's going to be so pretty, and I'm so excited. I'm getting it here, like right here. Oh, I feel sad. This is the last time I'm gonna see myself blank. I'm excited! I have no doubt that I'm going to absolutely love this tattoo, but for some reason I'm just finding the area hard. You know what I mean? Some might say that's enough reason to not get it, and some of those might be right. But fuck it. Fuck it. It's going to look so pretty, and I am not gonna add anything else into this area. Like, I feel like it's gonna tie my tattoos in together a bit. I actually thought to myself for a while that I'd be covered in tattoos, but the past few months I've realised that I don't want to be covered in tattoos. I probably won't even add more to my arm right now, my arms. I'm going to keep this arm basically the way it is, and then this arm I'm just going to add one or two more things, small things, and that's it. So I think with these things here, it will just tie everything in together. I think it will be nice, hopefully. So I'm in such a rush right now, as usual. But I'm going to take you along with me to get my tattoo, and then afterwards I'm going to give you a tattoo tour, because someone actually asked me on my Instagram to do a tattoo tour for my YouTube, and I thought it was a good idea. So I'm going to do that when I come home, or it's maybe tomorrow or something, and then yeah, show you the new tattoo. So excited, nervous and excitement. Guys, I got the smooth stick finally, and it's absolutely amazing. It's literally so fucking good. I mentioned on my Instagram that I literally used to just use a handful of gel to stick back my hair, and this does the same job. And when I used to use like the gel, like my hair used to be rock hard, and I used to just keep using it, even though it probably just looked a show, like probably just looked like fucking I don't know what, because of all the gel. But this is just a lifesaver. What I usually do is kind of tie back my hair loosely, then use it, and then tie back my hair properly, then like tighter. You used to have all the answers, and we live half in the daytime. Now, donezo, ready to go. Need to pack my bag, and then we are going. I must take a picture of me now, my last picture with no tattoo that you can see. So this is where I work. I don't know. Ready? Okay. Okay.
And now?
Bien.
Bien.
Bien. So guys, little update. We are finished one, surely you can probably see it here. And so we're taking a little break now, and we're doing the second one. Thought the pain would be a lot worse, but it actually isn't that bad at all. Towards the end a little bit pinchy here and there, but fine. It has always been a tradition for me, after every single tattoo I've ever gotten since the age of, what, 17, I've always gone and had a drink afterwards, because you know what, you have to celebrate. Now I know you don't have to celebrate with alcohol, but I like to, so.
So maybe another thing would be like, I can take off your shoes. Yeah.
I'm just back from Anna's house. Met up at Harmony this evening, practice my Spanish. This hurts so much, guys. I was giving it a little clean now and then putting film back over it. Oh my god, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I need to, do I need to do again? I was trying to get fucking wipe toothpaste from around my mouth. Hey guys, it has been about fucking 3 days since I last filmed. I just haven't got the chance to sit down and do the tattoo tour. I am hungover today as well. I never really go out anymore, and I'm not gonna say I never drink because I definitely do, but like usually my drinking is like 1 beer, 2 beer after work. But I never like drink anymore. But last night I did, and I didn't even have that much actually now that I think about it. But what I done was I met up with a friend, Anna and Jure. Jure is a guy I work with, and Anna is my friend, and they were having mojito. They're with like a big group of people, and I went there and had a mojito. But there was like a joint going around, but the joint had fucking hash and weed in it. So I was like, okay, this could like really like fuck me over right now. So like, please, you know. So I took one pull, one drag, and it just fucked me for the night. Also, oh my god, I got my period yesterday, and my belly is so sore, and it's so heavy, lads. I woke up in a pool of my own blood this morning, and I was hungover on top of it, so you can imagine what that's like. Oh, but anyways. Oh, I'm just like fucking farting blood right now. Anyway, I'm gonna do a tattoo tour to finish this video because I really want to upload it today. Quickly go through all my tattoos. Obviously saw my new tattoos, the shoulder ones. Absolutely love them, so obsessed. So we'll just start from the top. So obviously got these a couple of days ago. These are by Adrian, who I work with, and he also done this one as well. This was a flash of his, and I saw it and I just loved it because I think it's like a Spanish lady. This Be the Sunshine, I got this in, oh god, it must have been, fuck, I can't even remember. Oh yeah, I got this in Portugal when after my leaving cert, no, after 5th year with my friends. Just one of those, you know, tattoos you get in holidays, like kind of around the time when I started getting tattoos, and I just love it actually. Be the Sunshine. Then I done this one. The one with the paintbrushes in the cup. This was one of my, I done this myself. This was one of my first tattoos with a gun I done. I remember I sat at the kitchen table for 4 hours doing it, and god, my arm swelled up so much. But it's like so faded right now, like I obviously didn't do it properly, but I fucking love how faded it is. I'm gonna show you now. It's kind of like brown, and I always get compliments on it. Like technically as a like a tattoo, it's not a good tattoo, but I just love how it is. Can you see it? Yeah, see the way it's like all faded and stuff. I just love it. Then we have Love here. Can you see? Oh, my vagina's just in the way. The Love one I got in Barcelona by a tattoo artist that I've gotten a few tattoos from. He's based in BCN Ink. I used to go to him a lot. Then I got this also in Barcelona by just another artist I found on Instagram. I went to his house to do it. This was actually quite a big commitment one for me, like, because I had nothing really on this arm, only like this one. And I was like, I was thinking of putting it somewhere else, and then I was like, fuck it, we'll just put it here. But I fucking love it. Like, looking back, I could have regretted this massively because it's so like black out and stuff like that. And at the time, I had no tattoos in my arms, like, so it was a big move by me. But I love it. These two flowers here, see the one's kind of faded, and then the other one. Lauren, my old housemate, done them. There was actually 4, I think, or something, 4 flowers, and she done one of them, and then she started the second one, but then we couldn't finish it or something. But then I told her that I didn't want her to go back over it because I loved that it's unfinished. I love the look of it. Then You Are So Damn Hot, the Yazda. That was my first ever tattoo I ever done. And I remember, oh yeah, see, if you actually see here, this is where I meant to tattoo. I was going to tattoo the 9th of August 2022, because it was the day I found out I was pregnant with Lola. So I went to tattoo that date, and I was like, why isn't it working? This is with Poke now, first ever tattoo. So why isn't it working? But I forgot you needed Vaseline. So I went to shop and got Vaseline, and then done this first ever tattoo. Bit of a stupid one, but then this is also by this artist who done this. You will see his name is Jonathan, so I'll probably mention him a bit because he's done a few. So he done this. Then this one I got by Megan in Limerick. She is a tattoo artist that I used to go to when I used to live in Limerick. I went to her a few times for different ones. This is the symbol on the periodic table for Titanium, because the song Titanium is me and my mother's, well, it's not our song, but like, well, it kind of is, I suppose. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, I used to love science, and Titanium, the song, love that song, but my mother always told me to write TI on my hand whenever I'm feeling down, and to remind myself like that I'm bulletproof and all that, like because of the song. So then I got this tattooed with a little semicolon over the eye, because I tried to kill myself 3 times. Okay, here, this was done by, my arms are so dry, it's so annoying. This was done by an artist in Barcelona. It says Darling. The reason why I got it is because I love the font. I wanted a word, oh God, my arms are so dry. I love the font. I wanted like a writing here, and I got Darling because Mom, my nana, always calls me Darling. This cherub, got this by Jonathan, who also done these. Got this, and I love this tattoo. It's probably one of my favorite tattoos, this one. We're going down to my arm here. Megan, the same girl who done this one, done this. This was my first ever big commitment tattoo. These flowers are actually done by separate artists, even though you wouldn't actually think so. When I got this one, it was so funny. Maybe I was like 18. I was staying at Mom's house, my nana, and my car was broken, so I had no car to go into my tattoo appointment the next day. And I was like, Mom, will you please bring me in? Like, you know, and she's like, Lucy, I'm not bringing you in to get a tattoo. No way, no way. And I was like, Mom, please, like, you know what I mean? I really want to get this tattoo. Now, mind you, I had no real big tattoos at all. So this was a big one for me, like. And I also had no money, like, I was literally broke. I think I was like 50 euro short or something. So I went into the tattoo thing anyway. She dropped me in anyway. She brought me in, and right before I got out of the car to go into my appointment, she gave me 50 euro for it. And she actually paid for these tattoos that I got a few days ago. She paid for them because for my birthday. And she's so funny, like I'll be texting her, she's like, that's the last tattoo now, I'm paying for it. And then I got these in Turkey to add on to it. These are really well done. Okay, so my phone died yesterday, and now it's the next day in the middle of my tattoo tour. But I'm just going to continue where I left off. I'm pretty sure I'm like wearing the same clothes as I was yesterday as well. This little Sagrada Familia here. Got this when I was a little bit drunk when I first moved to Barcelona. We were actually staying in the hotel right by the Sagrada Familia, and we're like, fuck it, let's go get tattooed. But like, if anyone knows, some people might know this, but like literally the reason I moved to Barcelona was for the Sagrada Familia. I was just fascinated by it, and since then it's just proven itself to me, like the art and the architecture here in Barcelona, like it's just next to none. It's just a beautiful city. Yeah, I wanted to get like a sketch of the Sagrada Familia, and so she done this, and I like, by that point I kind of knew like needles. Now I know like you can't read, like, you know what I mean, the tattoo artist knows best, but like I told her that I wanted it like thin. I told her I wanted her to use like a 3 or 5, and she literally used like a fucking 9 or even 11, I'd say. It's so thick. It is well done, but she really rushed it. Like literally I was paying and she was leaving the tattoo studio, so you could just tell that like she took me really quickly and didn't listen to what I was saying. I felt like, if you see, I wanted it like behind these leaves, so like she should have continued on the lines here, but it didn't. So yeah, anyway, then I have these 3 tattoos here. This one says Worthy. This M is for Mam, my nana, and also my mother. And then this is a symbol from Picasso's Guernica, I quite liked the look of like eyes. I feel like a lot of people get like eyes on their hands and fingers, but I didn't want to get like an exact eye, and then I had the idea of doing this. So it's from Picasso Guernica. Love it. I love this one so much because it does look like an eye, you think it is, but then I love that it's from a Picasso painting. Then we have, did I do these two? Yeah, I did. Oh, okay, so we're down to my belly now. Harmony, my friend, she done this snake on me. Oh, I forgot about this one. Harmony done this as well. It's Van Gogh's sunflowers, or Van Gogh, whatever you like to say. But yeah, it's just his sunflowers, because in the house that I grew up in, up until I was 5, I lived on a farm with my grandparents, my mother, my aunts, my uncles, and there was just this huge print of Van Gogh sunflowers in the house, and it just reminds me of my childhood, and I love this tattoo so much, and I always get compliments on it. Then I have Lola's foot and handprint here, the exact size and print of her hand and foot. So when I had Lola, the midwife took a print of her hand and foot, and then I took that print to my tattoo artist, Jonathan, and he done it for me, and I love it. But this place where I got it is always where I used to hold her. She used to always have my hand like this, always. So yeah, I wanted to get it there. Then moving on to my first ever tattoo, which was this one. These 2 roses here, they're actually very well done. Got these in Bullman's in Limerick, and I fucking love them. It was after my art exam in 5th year when I was in tutorial, and we were just walking down around this city, and I was like, oh, I want to get a tattoo, so I went in and got a tattoo. And from that point on, I was 17, that point on, maybe I was 18, and that point on I was just hooked. Then I actually have my ex's initial here. I was in Portugal the same time I got this tattoo, and I just got my ex's initial for the crack. I think it was like a dare, and I just did it, and I was there for life, even though I don't really care much about it, to be honest. I actually also have Dylan's initial on me, so I show my commitment by tattoos. Moving on to legs, I got this one here. It says Live a Little. I got this in Bondi Ink when we were in Australia. Couldn't decide for so long what I wanted. I knew I wanted to get a tattoo because we were in Bondi, and like Bondi Ink was right there. And it was me and Maeve, my friend, and I was like, oh, what I get? And I remember sitting outside the tattoo shop for like fucking an hour and a half wondering what to get. And then Live a Little, and I'm like, oh yes, I love it. But lads, I must say, this fucking hurt like a bitch. If there's any tattoos that stand out to me for pain, it's this one, and I don't know why. Then I have a cluster of freckles here that's like a birthmark. And when me and Dylan kind of first started getting together, I was lying on him, and he was like, how many freckles do you have there? And I was like, I don't know, I actually never counted, because when I was younger I only had 3 freckles there, and they just keep growing and growing. So then he counted it, and there were 61, so there were 60 I think, and then he said that he's going to get 61 tattooed and I'd get a little heart. So our friend Lauren done it, poked it, so I now have a little heart here, and he has the number 61 on his leg where my freckles are. Then this tattoo is my new bedroom. This one here is my new bedroom, and I don't know, it just made me so happy that this bedroom does, so I just wanted it tattooed. I just think it's a kind of a cool tattoo. And this I tattooed on myself a few months ago. This tattoo I done a few months ago because I was in the hospital with Lola and going through all that time. I obviously spent a lot of time in the maternity section, or the gynecologist and maternity section of the hospital, and on every door they had them flowers. So I drew it ages ago. I made like a pregnancy flash when I was pregnant and drew that on it, and then a few weeks ago I tattooed it on me. Oh, I have BCN here. I actually got this matching with an old friend I used to have here in Barcelona. We don't really talk anymore, but like nothing bad happened. We just kind of whatever, but me and him were really good friends when I first moved here, so I quite liked that I have it matching with him. This rose here was the first ever tattoo I done by gun. Tried to experiment with colour, but yeah, it's just like whatever. I poked this on me, months ago, inspired by a Polaroid picture I had when me and Bruno went camping in Ireland like 2 years ago. Headed off in my car and I had a tent for 2 nights, 2 days in like the middle of nowhere in like Kerry or Cork or something. And I must say, lads, I had the best 2 days. Me and Bruno just had a great time. This one here, I accidentally tattooed a dot on me and just turned into a flower then. This one, my first and only ever threesome, and I got a matching tattoo with them afterwards. Like, and I don't even know these people really, to be honest. And now I just have a fucking tree on my foot for a threesome. Oh yeah, I have like a wave on my foot. Got this years ago when I kind of only started getting into tattoos. And I think that is it, guys. I had a whole outro recorded, but it's just not on my phone anymore. I was just explaining how like love my tattoos and now love my job as a tattoo artist. It just all finally kind of makes sense, and it's like I found what I just love. I just absolutely love all my tattoos, and I love that I now tattoo. But yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the really long video. I will see you next time.